Yo, what is good, Chiefs Nation? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, and observations from another week here in Kansas City for Chiefs training camp. Now, I believe I've covered the Chiefs a couple of times so far this offseason, but if you guys want more Chiefs videos, do me a favor and leave a comment down below saying you just want more Chiefs training camp videos. Also, hit the like button so we can get the video out to more Chiefs fans out there. And lastly, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, training camp, preseason, regular season, trades, signings, everything you can think of. I've got you guys covered. This is the place to be. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down a couple of guys who I believe have been standing out so far in camp. And this is going to be a relatively short little video. We don't have too many highlights to show you guys. I just wanted to, quickly go over some guys who I believe have been standing out so far in camp. Now, the first being Sky Moore. Obviously, the team is very young at wide receiver, and a guy like Sky Moore needs to have a big year. And I think he might be, on pace to have an incredible season with Patrick Mahomes, especially now that Kadarius Toney is missing some time in training camp. I think this is, Sky Moore's time to really shine and really get involved into this offense, and I think he could be a guy that, gains the most from, not only Kadarius Toney being out with a little bit of an injury, but Juju Smith being gone, and some other guys like Mecole Hardman as well. I think Sky Moore is a guy who can really break out next season. Now, they also have another young receiver who's been looking good as well, in Rashee Rice, a former SMU Stars, another receiver who you can get really excited about, man. When they drafted him, they knew he was going to be impactful at some point in time, whether that be this year, next year, or at any time in the future. Everyone believes when they see him on the field that Rashee Rice is a guy that will be involved at some point in time, making big-time catches down the field, and Patrick Mahomes has been gushing about his ability to just go up and get any ball that he throws his way. So I'm excited to see how he grows in this offense. And then we have another guy, another rookie who's been absolutely incredible and looks to be, moving his way up the depth chart over the last few weeks, and that is Deneric Prince. I mean, he has looked incredible, an undrafted guy, and they might have just found another gem, just like Isaiah Pacheco was last season. They might have just found another one in Deneric Prince, who looks to be a lock to make this roster at this point. I feel like the way he's been playing is incredible, and I feel like he deserves to be, one of these running backs that makes the team going forward. Now, another guy that's been looking good is Trent McDuffie. Now, hopefully, Trent McDuffie, he might be the next big cornerback in the NFL. I feel like, he's still young, he's still developing, but man, he is all over the place. He is all over the field. Whatever the ball is thrown near his direction, he is always going to come away with a pick and, a pass breakup or just make a big time play. And it seems like every single time I see him, he's just doing something productive. So that is good for Trent McDuffie. I think he adds to an already very good defense here in Kansas City, but I think he's just going to make them even better. Now let's get into a little bit of some negative things. I'm trying to make this a quick little video here for you guys so I don't take up too much of your time. But let's go into some of the losers of the first week or week and a half of practice. The first one being Kadarius Toney, obviously going out with an injury. Never want to see someone injured, but as long as he's off the field, he's losing reps. He's losing, not chemistry, but he's maybe losing some snaps to other of these young guys like Sky Moore and MVS and Rashee Rice and Richie James. So he's losing some reps, so hopefully he can get back as soon as possible, and maybe he'll be back for the start of the season. Tight end Jody Fortson has also been a little bit slow. I mean, Noah Gray's been a guy who's really been looking good on the team so far behind Travis Kelce. And, Blake Bell is also a guy who's came back, and even Matt Bushman's earning some positive notes on this team going forward. So Jody Fortson's kind of been not utilized as much as he was in the past. So we'll see if that ends up changing at all. And then the one last thing I would say is Chris Jones and the Chiefs, they're both kind of losers in this situation, just because Chris Jones is such a dominant player. He needs to be on the field for the Chiefs, and if you're Chris Jones, you need to get that money, you need to get that back. So I would say they need to really come up to an agreement here within the next couple of days, just so they can have this time to build the chemistry back up and get ready for the start of the season. But with that being said, those are the winners and some of the losers that I have for you in this video. If I missed anyone, make sure you comment down below what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.